What is up people, this is Vyas HQ and this is the first part of the construction of the desk PC. Now this PC will replace my case. Now what I did was I made a jig. I had this long piece of PVC aluminium sheet about 8 foot long and I mounted screws on a piece of wood and added some nails, and this would act as a jig for cutting the PVC sheet perfectly straight using the DIY hacksaw frame that I created. This is me cutting it. It's a bit hard in the beginning, but as the blade goes deeper and deeper, it gets easier and easier. Using a normal speed, I cut this off. Now, if you can see the front and the back have the cuts, but the mid section still has to go. I'll be cutting that off right now. There's me cutting it. After cutting all the pieces in a similar fashion, I got this. Now I assembled all this using sellotape. Now that's my old case, and I set up everything as I wanted in the desk PC, but I'll be changing all this because of airflow. Those are these cables, but I'd rather skip this part. But what I wanted to check was the amount of space that I had on all these sides, and where I needed to add some extra pieces of where I needed to add extra strips, and the amount of height I had to leave, because if you can see, the cooler spans above the frame, and hence I had to leave this much space. What I did was I took a scale, placed it on the top, and just measured out the distance. It was less than an inch, but I'll be leaving an inch of space. That's it. Now this is me getting everything ready for drilling, and what I did was I added a mid plate, which I won't be adding further, but I thought this was a good idea, but it wasn't, because I didn't have space to drill out the hole for the IO panel. I didn't have clamps, and hence what I did was I used regular cloth clips to mount everything. This is the back. I punched out the places where I needed to drill the holes, and those are the places where I'll be drilling the holes. This side has 3, one hole for mounting it to the wooden front piece, and 2 for mounting this bottom plate with the aluminium. If you can see that there are ridges in the aluminium piece, and hence these holes had to be in the perfect position so that the nuts would fit between the straight line and these two small ridges, which it did mostly except for one hole. Now for the drilling process. This is the drill that I was using, but if you see closely that the bit rotates a bit because the head is a bit crooked now. Now I'll be drilling the holes in these on the marked position. Now that wooden piece is to prevent tear out. Now these are the first set of holes that I'm drilling. Just checking the holes from the other side as well, if they are drilled thoroughly. And now this, the other piece. I'll be drilling the holes on this as well. I changed the speed settings just a bit. There, all the holes drilled and ready to be transferred on the aluminium rods or the side pieces. Now the first thing I did was I brought out the wooden front piece, and now I'll be drilling holes onto this. So I set it up how I wanted it. I wanted this to be exact, but if you see in the further part of this video, it became a bit crooked. Now I'm drilling the first hole. Just started the first hole to continue that hole. Now the idea struck of using a tape. Hence I used a tape. I'll start the hole again, and then I'll be using these screws. These are the shorter ones right now, but I replaced these with 1.5 inch screws. And I screwed in these for one of these screws, and I repeated the same process on the other side as well. Now these would be the two main screws right now, and using these two as a reference, I'll be drilling all the other screws out, or the holes for the screws out. They can see the first one and the last one. Now it's time for the middle ones. I have a total of 6 screws holding this whole thing together. If you can see the whole thing shakes, that's because of the crooked drill. There I have all the holes drilled, and this is the part where I was saying earlier that the thing was a bit crooked. It was about 1 millimeter in and 1 millimeter out on the farthest sides. Next, drilling the holes in the aluminium side panels or the side brackets. You see, I did that already. Now the method I used was I used a sketch pen to mark out the area where the holes were supposed to be drilled. Then I went and brought a clip. There the clip's mounted. Now I'll flip it over and just make marks over where I had to drill the holes. Now if you see, the sketch pen marks were removed on these two specific positions, the one right there and one right there. So what I'll do is I'll back it up on the wooden piece and I'll drill it out. One of the problems that I had was an old drill bit and it made my holes crooked. So after mounting everything, drilling holes and everything, this is what it looks like, without the clips of course, because I lost the footage from there. And this is as much as you'll see in the first part. Now there's very little construction remaining, so stay tuned for the next video. So thank you people for watching this video. Like this video or dislike it, subscribe to the channel, share it, go through my other videos, and see you next time. Ta-da!